Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. Now within my latest stream there was one singular question that effectively dominated the stream. Every couple of minutes somebody popped in the stream effectively asking which champions can I use these X-Magica signature stones and rank up gems on. Therefore we're gonna need to separate that obviously in kind of like two categories because there are two different sets of champions that we need to take a look at. We have the 7-star signature stones, which are obviously significantly more rare and meaningful, and also much harder to use for many because you do not only need to have a specific champion as a 7-star in a specific rarity that has these hashtags, and you need to have them duped as well. And then there are 6-star materials and 6-star sig stones, which are significantly easier to use. But which champions are exactly those and how can you take a look at it? So, even though it is called X-Magica, rank up gem, we can see from the description that you can also use them on Magic Thief tag champions. And those happen to be the offensive and defensive tactics of Season 48. And these are going to be the champions, obviously, that have the boost on for the upcoming saga event and so on and so forth. So, thanks to MCOC Avenger, as we can see in this graphic that I randomly found floating around in my Alliance chat. I assume it originated somewhere from Twitter. We can see all the champions that we can use these gems on. And that's where we're going to start. And this is the point where I scoot over a little bit and you guys can take a screenshot in order to save it up and, well, refer to it later. But for this video, obviously, I'm going to give my brief kind of thoughts on potentially the best targets, the most likely targets for me, even though I haven't fully decided. And we're going to also discuss the 7-star signature stones separately. So as far as 6-star rank up gems go, it will obviously entirely depend on which 7-star champions you already do have, which 7-star champions exist in the game, and which you have ranked up already. Like in my case, fair amount of the champions that I would want to use rank 4 to 5 rank up gem, well, quite frankly, I have rank 5 already, like Hood. Like Hood is a great target for sure because he's, I think, criminally underrated as a champion and is going to be amazing for the upcoming Alliance War seasons and Battleground seasons. So Hood, I think, is a safe bet. Additionally, we have Mojo as an option. Even though 7-star does exist, we do have the Korean challenges where Mojo obviously does play a big role as well. I think Longshot is a crazy good target as well. It is probably my top 3 target. I do have a rank 4 Longshot. There is no 7-star Longshot in the game, and he's going to be crazy good for the upcoming events as well. And then obviously moving forward for X-Magica, we have Iceman, that champion that has been gaining relevance. I wouldn't rush to use the Nightcrawler before we see the buff, but there is Domino, and if you do not have a duped 7-star Domino, there's absolutely nothing wrong with ranking up your 6-star and then ascending her. You have Toad, and then I probably wouldn't want to rank up a 6-star Bishop, but we do have Havoc, which is a champion that I do have at rank 5, and then Magic Thief, which is also super important because Magic Thief contains Baron Zemo. And as we know, Baron Zemo is one of the Korean Challenge objective champions as well. So that is also in my top 3 potential candidates for that rank up gem. Because, well, eventually I'm going to do those Korean challenges anyhow. And you're probably much better off with Baron Zemo. And also, it is kind of like a weird thing where it just appears that Baron Zemo is kind of being pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed for content where he just randomly happens to be very good for some, specific reasons. Obviously, Kingpin ultimately is a perfect chance here, but most of you probably have the rank 5 Kingpin already, right? I'm kidding. Anyways, Kingpin would be probably my go-to option. I think Kingpin is the best target to take rank 5. Then we have Nick Fury, Killmonger, Kate, Massacre, all legitimate targets, as well as Crossbones, and if you have Bullseye. And further on, we have CGR. Again, all of these rank ups are going to be extremely individual to your own personal roster, which champions you have, the playstyle that you have, the game modes that you care about. But here we are. Those are the more likely candidates. For me, personally, anyways. So we can go over again. Think Kushala, Longshot, Werewolf, Mojo, Iceman, Domino, Toad, Weapon X actually, Havoc, Zemo, Nick Fury, Kingpin, Killmonger, Hate, Massacre, Bullseye, CGR. I might have missed one or two, but again, it is an extremely individual thing at end of the day. With 7 stars, there's going to be a lot, less of an option because plenty of these champions do not exist as 7 stars to begin with. And we each need to take a look at which 7 stars we have awakened. Like in my case, for me personally, by far and away, the most likely candidate to get those signature stones is going to be Domino, because I do have a rank 2 duped Domino. Sig 40, higher Sig on Domino means more crit fail, and obviously that is good for defense. So that is the most probable option for me personally. Because I also think that it's pretty much the only one, besides Bishop, who I do have at rank 3, and besides Silver Surfer, that I actually have as duped. Oh, I also have Killmonger. So for me, even though I do have relatively large account, there's only like 4 or 5 options that I can use them to begin with. And at the moment, I'm leaning towards Domino. Killmonger is an option as well. Again, Bishop would be if I kind of cared about my prestige for now, but I don't think Sig is too good, so I'm not going to lean that way. And then you just need to take a look at who you have duped. If you have Kushala duped, for instance, as a 7 star, that's a great pick for it as well. Mojo, no, I don't think I would go with Mojo. But Void is a solid pick, because obviously higher Sig on Void basically means more damage. So if you have a duped Void, that could be one of the top 3 best overall options here to give those 7 star signature stones to as well. And then who else do we have that would be a great target for 7 stars? Obviously, if you have Bullseye, that's great. If you just gotten yourself a duped Massacre, I don't think I would give them to him as well. No, I still think it's pretty much in between Void and Domino. Even if you have like all of these champions, besides the newest champions, like let's say getting more Sigs on Werewolf by Night or getting more Sigs on Kushala or something like that, the more common champions that we have here, I think the best use of those 6 stones would be in between Domino and Void. We're discussing it from the practicality standpoint. But that is pretty much all that I wanted to discuss. Again, you guys are free to take this screenshot here for your own reference as you're planning who you're going to rank up, who you're going to sig up, and all that other stuff. Hope this video was somewhat helpful at the very least. And yeah, let me know what's your plan so far. I'm going to catch you guys soon. Bye. Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about the next